with a winning ticket drawn in the centre circle back by Legend during the half-time interval. Refereeing this evening's game is Mr. Andy Kaye, and the referee's assistant Mr. A.D. Hutchinson and Mr. K.J. Mattox. Teams for this evening's game starting off with the visitors number 1, Ian Walker, 4, Nikos Dabizas, 5, Stephen Hughes, 11, Jordan Stewart, 14, Darren Kenton, 15, Scott Connolly, 16, Gareth Williams, 19, David Connolly, 20, Patrick McCarthy, 23, Tommy Wright, and number 24, Alan Maybury. Burnley fans, this is your team this evening. Number 12, Brian Jensen. Number 4, John McGreal. Number 5, Frank Sinclair. Number 6, Michael Duff. Number 7, Peter Whittingham. 8, John Oster. 9, Paul Branch. Number 10, Ian Moore. 17, Micah Hyde. 22, Gary Cahill. And number 25 is John Louis Valois. Substitutes for Clarets.
Burnley are going to defend the cricket field stand end in this first half. Shake of the hand between Ian Walker and Frank Sinclair. Just got through the Burnley lineup just before they get into their customary huddle. Jensen in goal, Duff, Sinclair, Cahill and McGreal at the back. In midfield, Oster, Branch, Hyde, Whittingham, Valois. Ian Moore up front on his own. On the bench for Burnley today, Danny Coyne, Joel Pilkington, Paul Scott, 16-year-old Kane Hanley, and the veteran reserve team coach Mark Yates. We're almost ready to get underway. Leicester will kick off. Just look like Frank Sinclair's going to left back, McGreal in the middle, Michael Duff at right back. Versatile lad is Frank Sinclair, and Valois maybe down the middle with Branch down the left hand side. So one or two surprises maybe, but it'll be Leicester to get us underway. Not the best crowd of the season at Turf Moor by any means. We're underway. Leicester attacking left to right and taken out of play immediately by Alan Maybury, who's down this right hand side, though he is normally left-footed. Burnley will have a throw. Frank Sinclair with it. It's going to look, I think, for Graham Branch from this. Branch just flick it on. Valois is alongside Ian Moore at the moment. Micah Hyde can't win that ball. Long boot forward from Gareth Williams. Cahill will just head it back to the man in fluorescent green, Brian Jensen. No scares there. So it is Sinclair at left back. One or two changes. Branch left side of midfield as well.
Yeah, it's always going to be difficult trying to pick out who's going to play where, like you say, 4 central defenders, and it does look as though Valois is going to be supporting Ian Moore probably just behind him.
Oh, that's a lovely ball from Valois. He's putting Ian Moore through. Real good chance early on here. Ian Moore's overstretched it. Poor touch. Let the keeper in. Fantastic ball from Valois, and Ian Moore didn't make the most of it, I'm afraid.
No, 2 players up alongside him, Oster and Branch. There was a suspicion of offside against Moore, I think, but certainly Ian Moore's on his toes early doors.
Yeah, I think they were being played on, actually. I think it was Kenton that was playing them on. Fantastic ball from Valois, but Leicester looking to attack here, but Micah Hyde intercepted. There's Whittingham, knocks it wide for Sinclair. Sinclair getting on his right foot, launches it forward. Valois will chase, but that'll go out of play. I have fancied John Louis Valois down the middle, and that's a good start.
Yeah, I think Branch's best position is probably down this left-hand side, and with Valois moving inside just to support Ian Moore up front, perhaps we could see Graham Branch playing in a position which I think favours him really down this left side.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't think Leicester will expect Jean-Louis Valois to play down the middle. Hyde in to win this ball. Fall for Branch on his right foot. Big boot forward. Turn and chase for him, or puts the defender under pressure. And is the defender happy to knock it out of play? He's hit it long. It's good clearance in the end from McCarthy. Ball forward from Cahill. More work from McCarthy. Wins the header. And he's found his man up front, but Burnley battling away with Micah Hyde, comes away with it inside the Leicester half. Ball forward. Ian Moore will chase this, but Walker's out of his goal with a bit of time to spare. Hoofs it into the Bob Lord stand. It'll be a throwing to Burnley. quickly through the Leicester side. There's a breaking play. Walker in goal. Defence Kenton, Hughes, Dabizas, McCarthy. Midfield Stewart, Gemmell, Williams, Maybury. And Wright and Connolly up front. Have Burnley won a corner? They have. Their first of the game. Good work on that far side from Jean-Louis Valois. And a chance for Burnley to get the big guns forward. John McGreal gingerly coming forward. Just to get in the area. Burnley have left two back to cover. Swung in. It's gone deep towards Sinclair. Sinclair was just taking a ride on the back of a former teammate. That'll be a free kick to Leicester. We've played 3 minutes. No score, but a real chance inside the first minute for Ian Moore. Fantastic ball through from Jean-Louis Valois. One or two fans have said there's no end product with Valois, but we've a chance to see if there is tonight.
Yeah, I think, like you say, there's a lot of effort and a lot of ideas, but I think the main criticism is of him that there's no real final ball, but he's a little unfair on the Frenchman. He's played quite a few decent balls behind the defence for Ian Moore to run onto, and really it's up to the striker then to put him away. But as you saw with the free kick at Derby's, plenty of end product from Valois.
Yeah, there's something there, isn't there? Ian Moore's won a throw in deep in the Leicester half. Good throw from Frank Sinclair. Got some distance on it. Ian Moore wins the throw. It's almost by the corner flag. Sinclair with it again. Branch has gone on the edge of the 6-yard box. I'm sure for the flick on. It's aimed towards Branch. Can't get there. Easily cleared by Kenton. Might fall here for Micah Hyde. Connolly chases, a man on. I just about realised, and the crowd helped him there. Duff square to Kaye, just outside the centre circle in the Burnley half. Here's John McGreal. Poor touch from John McGreal for once, and that's given away. Ball forward here from Hughes. He feeds right down this right-hand side. Left for Gemmell. Gemmell will try and put a ball in the box, I would imagine here. Back inside from Maybury once more. Ball in, but John McGreal's made amends there. Won that challenge. Ball forward from Sinclair, but it'll come back towards the Burnley box, and Connolly's got a bit of space here. Gets it back to shot, just on target. And Jensen had to go across to his left-hand side and make a decent save. It was Richard Hughes, I think, or Stephen Hughes, I think, with the effort. But it was a good save in the end from the Beast.
It certainly were. Just caught it quite well, did Hughes then, and you see, I had Brian Jensen arena across his goal.
One each then in the corner count, and it's Gareth Williams, former Forest player, to take this one. Jensen can't come for it. Easy header. He's put it over. That was a real chance for Leicester. And Paul Markin at the back from the Clarets. And Leicester will be disappointed, and in particular Patrick McCarthy on his debut will be disappointed. He should have done better.
Yeah, like you say, free header at the back too. Leicester players, I think Hughes also back there as well, and like you say, really should have done better with a free header from the corner.
Yeah, plenty of incidents already. Not the best of crowds in Turf Moor. Leicester haven't brought too many. You can sort of understand that. They've got a big game at the weekend. Valois trying to flick this on for Oster. Oster just runs into two men. One of them's Jordan Stewart, who falls to the floor. There's a foul there by Oster and Stewart. Leicester have got themselves a free kick. Some big names missing today. No Dion Dublin. He's going to be fit apparently for the weekend. No Matt Heath, who's been playing regularly in defence. So one or two changes. No Danny Tiato as well. He's on 9 yellows. Maybe he's been saved for another day. Walker with the ball forward. It's flicked on neatly. Connolly's picked this up on the edge of the box. Always a lively customer. Lays it off for Stewart. Stewart slipped, I think. Just about managed to keep the ball in play, but slipped. Clearance from Burnley. Need to try and win the next ball to the Clarets. It's bouncing around edge of Burnley's box. Headed away this time by Duff. And the next ball is Whittingham. But the defender Maybury should collect this ahead of Branch. But slippy on top. Maybury's overrun that. That'll be a Burnley throw. Just one or two players just slipping on the surface, Andy.
Yeah, there's a bit of it looks quite wet in Ian Walker's goal mouth, and like you say, it does look a bit slippery. One or two players struggling early doors.
Pete Whittingham's just picked up a knock. I think he's going to be okay. It's just on the halfway line. There's a problem. Maybury's not happy. He kicked the ball away, I think, and Alan Kaye said, well, you know, I'm not going to yellow card you for that, but if it happens again, you're in the book. Throw from Sinclair. Branch wins it cleanly, trying to flick it on for Ian Moore. Kenton to it first. Kenton will clear against Ian Moore. Dabby's asked maybe to pick up the next ball, but Hughes got there ahead of him. It's down this right-hand side again. Another Burnley throw. It was Gemmell with the clearance on that occasion. Here's Sinclair looking long towards Branch. Branch turns. Can he keep it in play? He's won a corner off Dabizas. It's a lively enough start from both sides.
Certainly, these both sides settled down very well so far. Both having chances in the opening 6, 7, 8 minutes. Say Burnley's second corner already.
Yeah, it's going to be Valois with it, left side. It'll be an away swing. Oh, it did bounce around in the box. Leicester have got it clear, and they found Connolly with the out ball. Connolly hang on to this, wait for support. Valois trying to get back to himself. Lovely ball forward as well. Here's Scott Gemmell. He's got options down this right-hand side. Connolly's making himself available again. It's looking deep towards Stewart. Header away from McGreal. That's a good header from John McGreal. Concedes the throw-in on that far side, but Leicester broke well.
Yeah, broke in numbers, and like I say, good play from Scott Gemmell in the centre of the park, and just keep saying both sides looking dangerous.
Yeah, and Jordan Stewart's trying to battle to keep the ball down there. That's good skill, fantastic skill from Micah Hyde. Got caught in the end for the free kick. How well has Micah Hyde played in recent weeks?
Yeah, he's been probably man of the match in the last 3 matches. Really, he's since returning from that injury and early in the season, he's looked very good, and starting the same vein tonight.
Yeah, another 2 years on his contract after this. It's been a good acquisition. Micah Hyde found his best form in the last month or so. Be a free kick to Burnley. 9 minutes on the watch, no score. Brian Jensen with the free kick, left-footed, aimed towards Branch. Can't win the header cleanly, and Jordan Stewart will be able to clear this. Left-footed and away, but Micah Hyde to the next ball first. Whittingham tries to jump and win it, but Hyde will be in to win the next. Here's Frank Sinclair coming forward, almost more Kamara-like, trying to get a ball into the box. Not the best of crosses. Dabizas able to get it clear, but only as far as Branch. Another clearance here, this time from McCarthy, and he's found Connolly, rather fortunately with a long ball. Cahill will jump well here with Tommy Wright. Hyde on for Oster. Not got in the game quite yet, but Oster feeds a nice ball here for Valois. Valois tried to turn away from McCarthy. He's won himself a throw-in, taken quickly by Duff, looking for the pace of Ian Moore, but Dabizas just hooks it away and out for another throw. Burnley keen to get on with it, collected the ball again. It's Michael Duff with the throw, halfway inside the Leicester half. 10 minutes played, no score here. Burnley 0, Leicester City 0. Here's Valois, trying to weave some magic down the right-hand side this time, but that's going to be a goal kick. Couldn't keep it in. Leicester have got a chance to regroup. The overall record here, Burnley 26 wins, Leicester 7, 11 draws, 98 goals for Burnley, 46 for Leicester. The last time here, Leicester won 2-1. As we mentioned, Sinclair with an own goal, Dickoff and Benjamin scored for the Foxes. And Burnley's last win, you've got to go all the way back to February 1976. Keith Newton with the only goal that day. Burnley's last season in the top flight. Walker with the kick. Micah Hyde wins the header. Flick on here from Valois. Bit of pace here from Branch, but the man's defender's getting back at him. It's a chance for Ian Moore. Walker came out quickly, got there quickly with his legs, cleared it. The defender Maybury, and all sorts of problems with Graham Branch. And Burnley unlucky not to score there.
Under pressure did well, and like you say, Maybury at 6s and 7s, and caused the former England keeper 1 or 2 problems.
It's Leicester breaking now. Another chance for Cotterill on the ball. He's got Hughes making a run ahead of him. He's got Stewart down the left-hand side. Just pick out his man in Williams. Williams turning, looking twice, looking 3 times. Threads the ball forward for Hughes. Hughes will lay it off down this right-hand side, but Maybury had made a run inside. It'll be a Burnley throw. Ian Moore's already had a couple of chances. That's perhaps not as much as the first effort, but Walker did well.
Yeah, more alert though, and like you say, Walker very quick off his line to clear up after his defence.
John McGreal with the header away. McCarthy wins it above Ian Moore. Nice little turn from Connolly. Ball launched forward. That'll be Burnley's throw. Sinclair ready to take it. 164 league appearances for City. Scored 3 goals in his time there, the last of which against Manchester United. But that was September of 2003. So due a goal is Frank Sinclair. Clearance here from Dabizas. McGreal jumps well, nods it out of play. That'll be a Leicester throw. Picked up that back injury against Rovers, the first game here. McGreal collided with Nikos. This is his first game back. He's gone into central defence. Sinclair at left back, Duff at right back, Kaye of course in the middle alongside McGreal. Here's Dabizas, ball forward. Work again here for Kaye, wins the header. Oster picks up the loose ball. Nice ball inside for Whittingham. Whittingham on for Hyde. Not enough pace in the ball for Hyde. That's a lovely ball forward from him. Ian Moore already looking livelier today than he has in one or two previous games. Has he won a corner? He has. Good work from Ian Moore. And fantastic ball from Micah Hyde.
A super ball over the top, and I think that's what Ian Moore likes. He likes to stretch his legs, and like you say, perhaps it's a little sluggish in the last couple of matches, but looks to be bang back on form tonight.
Yeah, he's got 50 league and cup goals for the Clarets. He'd love to add to that. Here's a corner for Burnley. Oster with it down that right side. Swings one in, header won by Sinclair. Couldn't keep it down. Well, we're talking about his last goal. He maybe should have done better there.
It just got underneath it, and it was always going over for Ian Walker's goal, but decent corner to the near post.
Yeah, since these sides played their 19 minutes on New Year's Day, well, Scowcroft, Makin, Keown, Taylor have all moved away from the Walkers Stadium, so Craig Levein certainly making a lot of changes. Header on here from Stewart. Kaye will win the next ball. Ian Moore jumps with McCarthy. Another nice ball forward from Hyde, helped on by Oster. Quick 1-2 between Oster and Valois, but Oster won't keep that in play. It'll be a throw-in for Leicester. But good signs here from Burnley. They're playing some nice football.
Certainly on again, Mike. Good ball over the top first time for Oster to run on to, and the idea, like you say, was there. Just a little bit too much on it from Valois.
Throw in then to Leicester, deep in their own half. McCarthy with the throw. Not the best of actions, and they've run into trouble. Burnley have nicked it off them, and it's Valois working hard. Collects it, back to Hyde. Hyde on quickly here for Branch, down this left-hand side. Branch getting an overlap from Frank Sinclair. May allow him to go inside, but uses Sinclair. Sinclair on his left foot, not a back cross at all. Super cross from Frank Sinclair. It had Ian Moore bearing down on it, and the defender had to head behind. Magnificent cross from Big Frank.
Super cross, good ball from Branch to release him down this near side, and a really, really good cross with his left foot from Sinclair. We've seen him cross the ball earlier this season at Stoke, but that was pretty decent from the big man.
Top class cross. Here's Oster then with the corner. A little bit deeper this time. McGreal tries to jump. There's an header from Sinclair once again. Wide of the target. And Leicester will be happy they've got a goal kick, because it's been a good spell of pressure from the Clarets.
They're getting close, Frank Sinclair, and like you say, a decent spell of pressure. 4 corners already in the opening 15 minutes.
Yeah, we've put him under a bit of pressure. Walker's taking his time with a goal kick. Maybe it suggests Leicester wouldn't be unhappy with a point tonight. This is aimed towards Tommy Wright, but McGreal was going to win that hands down. Here, more nice little turn, but run into his defender. Away comes Dabizas with the ball, part of that Greek squad, of course, that won Euro 2004. Hughes stabs that forward. Wright trying to win it with Kaye. Might fall here, shot on target, but an easy save for Brian Jensen. It was David Connolly causing 1 or 2 problems. Connolly scored twice for Wimbledon against us the season before last. Had a fantastic record, something like 40 goals in 62 games for the Dons. Here's Valois, good first touch, but can't keep possession of the ball as Leicester come away with it, just on the halfway line with Tommy Wright, but Hyde getting back at him, causing him problems. Here's Ian Moore to win the next ball. Ian Moore got caught there by Wright. Wright thought he was fouled earlier. He was in the face of the referee, which the referee won't be too happy with, but Burnley have taken the free kick. Here's Michael Duff down the right-hand side. Look to get a cross in towards Ian Moore. Half-headed away by Darren Kenton. This will be a Burnley throw. Leicester look a bit shaky at the back end.
They certainly do, and so the Clarets putting him under all sorts of pressure, and I think it's helping Burnley with all the attacking midfielders in there.
Yeah, he's Sinclair again down this left-hand side. The defender won that ball, but Whittingham will pick this up. Nice ball from Whittingham.
Chelsea 3-0.
Chelsea 3-up, we understand. Fantastic start from them. Micah Hyde's just got caught there. That'll be a free kick, but Burnley playing on. Cale's got possession. There's McGreal. Nice ball forward. Branch, can he keep this in play? Can't. That's unlucky. Kenton just got across to protect the ball. And that'll be a throw to Leicester. Kenton with the ball forward. He's found Hyde. Easy control from Hyde. Vauxhall trying to flick it on. It was a nice effort, looking for Whittingham, but the defender McCarthy was in quickly, and Whittingham certainly has picked up a knock. He's in a bit of discomfort now on the floor. Gets to his feet. Vauxhall chasing around, trying to win everything. But here's Connolly, just peeled away from the front line, picks out Stewart down the left-hand side. Stewart clips a ball in. It's not a bad ball. Kaye almost heads it on. McGreal with a header away. There's Oster, surely to complete the clearance. Looks to take men on deep in his own half. Never too keen on that, but Kaye with the clearance. Again, Burnley going to try him in the next ball. Here's Hughes with a chance maybe. 30 yards from goal, taking on Frank Sinclair. He'll have to go back though. Picks out Scott Gemmell. Gemmell back to Hughes. That's a poor ball back from Hughes. Gives Dabizas a bit of a problem. There's Kenton. On to Gemmell. Gemmell forward here for Connolly. Nice skill from Connolly. Picks out Williams. Williams on neatly to Jordan Stewart. This is dangerous from Leicester down that left-hand side. It's the defender. 1 or 2 appeals for handball. The referee having none of it. There's Vauxhall. Does Winner throw it just in front of the Burnley dugout. Duff wanted to take it quickly, looking for the pace of Ian Moore. It's given Ian Moore a bit to do. Dabizas just knocks it out for a throw. Looking to get on with it quickly and get Ian Moore on the last defender, I think, today.
They certainly are, and it's Ian Moore on Patrick McCarthy, I think it is, and like I say, trying to test the young lad.
Yeah, just I think trying to test him for pace. Here's Duff with the throw, taking his time with this one. He's going to get it back here is Michael Duff. It bounced a bit awkwardly for him. Burnley've won the ball back with Cahill. Cahill square for McGreal. On in turn for Sinclair. Branch further down this left-hand side. Sinclair will need support. Looks to try and feed Branch, but Maybury had got it covered. And Maybury's got time in possession. Leaves it for Dabizas. Kenton back to Walker. Walker with a big kick upfield. Nice little turn from Tommy Wright. He's got support. He's got Connolly down his left-hand side. Williams with him. I think he'll use Connolly, but he elects to shoot. And Burnley will come away with the ball. Cahill for Oster. Halfway inside his own half. Oster does dally a little bit in possession, but he's done okay. He's found McGreal. McGreal for Sinclair. Sinclair back inside for Oster. Missed out, of course, on Friday night. Sunderland wouldn't let him play in that fixture. Oh, he's played a poor ball here. He's only picked out Connolly. Connolly will fancy a run here. Good challenge from Micah Hyde. Here's Williams, ball forward, but Oster's done well to win that back. Here's Hyde. Fantastic goal, of course, at Ewood. Picks out McGreal. McGreal on for Branch down this left-hand side, and Branch will take this on. Might fancy a run at the defence. Can he whip in across, maybe? He's going to be covered by 2 defenders. Still in possession, but run into the second man, and Kenton comes away with a poor ball up. Gives it Ian Moore. Ian Moore back to Whittingham. Looking livelier in this game. Whittingham has a shot. It's a daisy cutter well wide of the target, but always worth a go.
Certainly, say all at 6s and 7s Leicester at the minute, and another bad back pass from Kenton.
Yeah, Kenton played here for Norwich when Glenn Little got carried off, sadly, got concussion. It's a stray boot from Kenton that knocked out the Wimbledon-born winger. He's playing centre-back these days. Didn't quite expect that. Throw for Leicester. Here's Tommy Wright. Has he picked up a free kick there? No, he hasn't. The referee not happy. Went down a bit premature. Here's 3-0 for Chelsea. 3 goals in the first 19 minutes. For Johnson, Lampard and Duff. A sensational start. Sheffield United, a leading crew by a goal to 0. Steve Cabber back in the Sheffield United side. They play a stop for the moment. It's going to be a throw to Burnley. It's 0-0 AC Milan, Manchester United. AC Milan leading that by a goal to 0 from the first leg. It's with Scott Gemmell. We're almost on the halfway mark in this first half. He's tried to pick out Maybury. It's hit Maybury in the back of the head. And Burnley have got themselves a throw. Sinclair playing at left back. He's played across the back line for Burnley this season. Fantastic acquisition from Leicester. Throw towards Branch, who just flick it on. Here's Vauxhall. Tried some quick feet there, but Kenton blocked it. Had a nice ball forward, but again it was blocked. Here's Gemmell, just inside his own half. Didn't really help Connolly, but Connolly's got it wide down that left-hand side. Will McCarthy keep it in? Oh, he's left it for Burnley maybe, but McCarthy recovered well. Here's Gemmell, ball forward from him, looking for Hughes down this right-hand side. Hughes looking to take on Sinclair, nips past him. Hughes might have a crack here, but Sinclair's got back at him, true to form. Again down this Leicester right-hand side with Maybury. Helps it on for Williams. Williams will look to try and get a ball in. It's square to Gemmell. Gemmell just back here to Dabizas. Not the best of balls from the Greek international. Burnley will try and win this, but Dabizas wins it in the air. Here's Micah Hyde. Oster still inside his own half. Looks for support from Duff and comes back inside. That's a nice skill from John Oster. Needs to lay the ball down this left-hand side and does for Sinclair. He's not happy because there wasn't a lot of movement. Sinclair's in possession. Ball forward looking for Ian Moore. Trying to turn Kenton. There are 2 boos for Darren Kenton. I wonder if 1 or 2 fans remember that incident with Glenn Little, but he's done well here. He's got away from 2 challenges, got the better of Sinclair, right-hand side of the box, and put in an awful cross. Could be a Burnley goal kick. But at the moment, Leicester, well, they've not really threatened Burnley.
Well, certainly only 1 or 2 half chances for the visitors, and the Clarets making all the run in the middle of the park and making Leicester look nervous.
Yeah, they do look a little bit nervous. Of course, Andy Kaye, who's on the bench today, played for Leicester last season, 4 appearances in the Premiership, the last of which as a substitute for Walker at Highbury back in May. Having to settle for a place on the bench at the moment because of the fantastic form of Brian Jensen. Jensen's kick can't find Branch. Leicester in possession again here with Hughes. Good ball forward. There's no offside flag. Connolly's got a chance here. Tried to chip it over Jensen. Good positioning from the keeper. And it was a good save in the end.
It was Connolly just trying the quick lob over the Dane, and see with the form he's been in, you're not going to beat him from that kind of range.
Yeah, I think he realised what the attacker was doing, took a step or 2 back, and in the end it was a comfortable save. And he's 6'4", so it takes a bit of lobbing. But Leicester coming back in the game a little bit here. There's Valois to try and take it down. Looking the ball wide, looking for Oster. Jordan Stewart skied that one. Hyde will win the header. He'll needs to try and win the next one. Ball not coming to ground here. It's not helping Burnley. Gemmell, big boot forward. Connolly will chase up against Cahill. Cahill's done well. Good defending from Cahill. And then beats Connolly to boot. He'll clear it now against the attacker. Leicester's away record tells a story. 4 wins, 8 draws, 5 defeats. They're difficult to beat. Play it pretty tight away from home. No score, draw, loss, score, draw, loss. The last 5 league games away from home. Ian Moore feeds Valois. Valois, oh, it's a nice ball for Whittingham down the middle. Whittingham helps it on. Burnley need to win this though. Branch leaves it for Sinclair and gives Sinclair a lot to do. A scowl from Frank Sinclair for Graham Branch. It was a fantastic ball from Valois there for Whittingham down the middle.
It certainly was. Whittingham just checked back inside, and like you say, Dewey Branchy getting a touch on that for Sinclair. It left him a lot of work.
He had a lot to do there, didn't he? Here's Williams, finds the dangerous Jordan Stewart down that left-hand side. Stewart has got a cross in, it's deep, and it'll go behind for a Burnley goal kick. It's a bit like after the Lord Mayor show, isn't it? We've had some big games in recent weeks, and you just sense this is a a smaller game. No disrespect to Leicester.
You certainly do, and I think it's reflected by the size of the crowd anyway. Like you see, it's probably the lowest of the season, with perhaps 1 or 2 season ticket holders even staying away tonight. So, like you say, it is quite expensive. You've had 2 Rovers games, a big game against Sunderland, big game away at Preston, and a game at Derby. So it all does add up.
Yeah, it's not easy for the fans, is it? It's an expensive game. Michael Duff's just looking to try and feed Valois, knock that ball out of play. Inside the final 20 minutes of this first half, there's no score. Burnley 0, Leicester City 0. McCarthy with the throw. Duff's got a bang to the face. The referee's seen it the other way. He thinks Duff was the culprit. So it'll be a free kick to Leicester. 10 yards inside their own half. The referee wants to just have a look at Michael Duff. Whether there's a cut on his face. Andy Kaye just getting close just to have a look. He's okay to continue. Free kick then to Leicester. It's a bit quiet at Turf Moor tonight. Same towards Connolly, trying to flick it on. Easy clearance for Frank Sinclair. Ball might fall here for Micah Hyde. Have a look up, trying to lay it down the right-hand side. Not his best ball. Has that come off Jordan Stewart? They'll keep it in anyway, will Leicester, just about. Ball forward, looking for Tommy Wright in the air. It's a great header from John McGreal. Always was going to win it, but it's deemed a foul. Can't really agree with that one.
Certainly not. Decent header from McGreal, and say Andy Kaye just bring it back.
I always do wonder when sort of attackers don't jump, and on that occasion Tommy Wright didn't really make any effort to win the ball. Here's Scott Gemmell, good skill from him. Had that loan spell at Preston last year. Here's Connolly though, the edge of the area. Too many turns, he's running to John McGreal. Micah Hyde helping out, comes away with the ball. If you can find Ian Moore, moving down that right hand side. Micah Hyde takes the ball on a few more yards. Space for Graham Branch if he can pick him out. Oh, it's offside against Jean-Louis Valois. Maybe just a yard or two. Not used to playing right up there, it'd be difficult, wouldn't it, to judge the offsides?
It certainly will. It's going to take him a while to settle in up front, I think. Valois, and like you say, it would have been another good ball for Mike Hyde though.
No Lee Roach, no Mo Kamara, no Adi Akinbaye tonight, all suspended. Roach and Kamara will be back for Saturday, but Akinbaye's got another 2 and he misses the trip to his former club Wolves next Tuesday. Here's Micah Hyde on to Ian Moore. Good turn from Ian Moore, got caught there. Burnley had the ball and making progress down the middle with Jean-Louis Valois. That's why the crowd weren't happy, but it was an infringement. And I think, in fairness, the referee had blown before the ball had broken through. John McGreal told him what he thought, though, didn't he?
I think Macca thought he should have played the advantage, like you say, Valois through.
Whittingham chips a ball in, and Leicester should clear it. Valois in there to try and win it. There's a bit of a scrum on the edge of the D. Eventually, they do get it away with Tommy Wright, and rather fortunately come away with the ball, and Connolly's making good progress down that left hand side. Mike Hyde will go to him. We'll go on the outside with Connolly, take it almost to the byline, needs support, just get it, it's flipped back to Stewart. The applause is for great work from Mike Hyde helping out his defence. Ball forward, and we've got problems here because Maybury's in space down this right hand side. He's trying to tease Frank Sinclair. Tucks it back to Gemmell. Gemmell on quickly for Hughes down this right hand side. Former Rangers player, picks out Gemmell again. 34 now, Scott Gemmell, still a very experienced player. He's knocked that ball out of play, and it'll be a Burnley throw. And Sinclair will be ready to take it. Throw towards Branch. Branch flicks it on for Ian Moore. Ian Moore trying to help it on. Valois at full stretch, couldn't just quite get there. McCarthy back to the former England keeper Ian Walker. Made his debut against Italy, I remember, at Wembley. Zola the only scorer that day. Burnley can't get possession back, but it's an infringement. Offside, I think it is, yeah. Against Valois, maybe. He's just got to watch those offsides. And Leicester have got a free kick. Just less than 15 minutes to play in this first half. Burnley 0, Leicester City 0. It was 0-0 after 19 minutes on New Year's Day, when we all had to pack up early. Free kick to Leicester. Dabizas taking his time with it, clips it forward. Looking for Wright. Duff trying to win the header. Mikhail's clearance. No mistake with that. Big boom down the middle. And Valois can't win the header against Dabizas. I suppose you wouldn't expect him to. There's Connolly working well. Good ball forward. Hughes can't collect. And it'll go through to Jensen. Best chance of the game is that David Connolly chip, isn't it?
Yeah, he certainly is. It's starting in a mad flurry, but we've not had anything since the lob from Connolly on 24 minutes. And you say again, only a real half chance for the striker.
Branch flicks this on for Ian Moore. Ian Moore goes to the floor. Valois thought he was fouled, but the referee having none of it. Here's Connolly again, just inside his own half. Tried to lay it down that left-hand side for Stewart. Oster's happy to accept the throw-in. And throw it forward for the busy work rate of Valois. Ian Moore's chasing Dabizas here. Dabizas under pressure, does clear it well. Picks out his man as well. It's down the left-hand side for Jordan Stewart. Ball forward from him, but Kaye to it first. And Kaye will clear it easily into the Bob Lord stand. It's come off the attacker, so it's a Burnley throw. Remember, Stewart was sent off in the game at Leicester. Kicked out at Ian Moore. Burnley maybe had the better of things. Valois the best chance, almost on the goal line. And Dublin had chested it back to Kevin Pressman. This is a throw to Leicester. Halfway inside their own half. Down that left-hand side. Here's Gemmell. They'll have to turn back though, because Burnley keeping Leicester under pressure. Skipper Dabizas back in turn to Ian Walker. He's 33 now, Ian Walker. His dad, of course, managed Everton for a while. His father was a keeper as well, played for Watford, where Walker was born. Headed back by Sinclair, and Jensen will keep that in play. Got to say, all credit to Frank Sinclair. He settled it at left back.
He's settled in pretty much wherever he's played this season. Like you say, played right across the back line, played well at right back, down at Stoke, I think it was, and like you say, settled in quite comfortably at left back.
I thought maybe John McGreal looked good there, but one or two in the press box had Sinclair down at left back, and they got it right. Oster thought that was on ball, the referee having none of it. Ball forward for Connolly. Nice little turn from Connolly as he run into Oster. Here's a free kick. Oster thought he'd won the ball, and he's not happy with the referee. Be a free kick to the Foxes. Their last win away from home. You've got to go back to December of last year. 2-0 at Leeds at a time when Leeds really were struggling. They've come good since then. Cries of get on with it. Leicester are a little bit slow in taking the set pieces. There's aim for Jordan Stewart. Header won by Michael Duff. Flicked on by Oster. Whittingham takes it down under pressure now from Williams. Turns back inside. Uses Duff. Duff with the ball forward. Looking for Ian Moore down that right channel. And Burnley have won. The throw-in isn't live today, Ian Moore.
He's certainly keeping Ian McCarthy on his toes, and you say perhaps it's a little sluggish the last couple of matches. Certainly on his toes tonight.
It's interesting what the gaffer's done. He's making sure Ian Moore and Valois work the full-backs as well as the central defenders. Good turn from John McGreal. If there are any doubts about his fitness, there aren't now. Here's Sinclair, ball forward looking for Ian Moore. Kenton's a real handful in that position, and Kenton comes away with the ball. All fast running style. He's kept it. Branch trying to get back at him. There's a foul in the end, I think, for a tuck back by Graham Branch. Kenton's got a lot to prove. Hasn't really worked out at Southampton. Leicester have got a free kick. It's down this right touchline, halfway inside the Burnley half. Everybody back for the Clarets for the moment. There's plenty of big man at the back. Dabizas coming forward. McCarthy in there as well. Swung in by Williams. It's gone deep. Kaye wins the header, as he so often does. It's a good header away. Stewart just knocks it back to Kenton. Kenton with the ball forward. Flicked on. This could be dangerous. McGreal stabs a clearance away. Branch jumps with Scott Gemmell. Wins it. There's Valois. Will clear it. That's a good clearance as well. And if Ian Moore can turn and chase, he can cause problems. Walker to it first. Good clearance from him. Like I think, thought about stabbing it back towards Moore. He's giving it away to Jordan Stewart, and that's a foul by Oster on Stewart. Scott Gemmell slips as he's collecting the ball. Very nearly a good ball through the middle for Ian Moore.
It certainly was. Walker again out of his goal quickly and averting the danger, but Ian Moore looking sharp.
Here's Jordan Stewart down that left-hand side. Back in once again for Williams. He's done well. He skipped a couple of challenges, puts a ball in for Connolly. Connolly back to goal. Gives it to Williams again. That's very, very optimistic. Eye over the bar, and Burnley have got themselves a goal kick. Don't forget Rotherham next Saturday at home, 3 o'clock kickoff. They're away at Wolves next Tuesday. Akinbaye misses both of those, but he will be back a week on Saturday, 19th of March, away at Sheffield United. And remember, they were bidding for his signature as well, so that could be a lively encounter. Branch with header. Kenton time to get the ball down. Just come off Valois. It'll be a throw-in to Leicester. I think one or two fans have remembered that incident with Glenn Little. I think, to be fair, Kenton was entirely blameless that day. McGreal with the ball forward. Ian Moore will chase. He's caused them problems at the back. Dabizas has to head this out. Could be a Burnley throw. Almost level with the Leicester penalty area. He sense they haven't got a lot of pace at the back.
I don't think they're liking Moore's pace and Valois' trickery, because it's causing them problems.
Here's Sinclair down this left-hand side. Has come off Frank Sinclair last of all. He's not happy with the decision, but it'll be a throw to the visitors. 8 minutes left to play in this first half. Burnley's best chance came within a minute of the start. Great through ball from Valois. Ian Moore looked to be through. Maybe his first touch let him down a touch, and Ian Walker was out of his goal very, very quickly. Here's Sinclair with the throw. It's 3-2 now. Chelsea 3, Barcelona 2. So if it stays like that, Barcelona will go through.
Yeah, 3-2 to Barcelona.
Oh, my word. Ronaldinho's got 2 back. One of them's a penalty. Sinclair with the ball in. That's not the best of crosses. He's got to go out for a throw-in on that far side. Leon a 3-1 up against Werder Bremen. Suggest that's already over. Sheffield United leading Crewe by a goal to it's Watford 0, Forest 0. It's going to be a throw to Leicester, deep in their own half. Stewart with a flick on. There's Connolly working deep at the moment. Kaye wins the next ball. Thought he was fouled by Tommy Wright. He's taken a knock as Gary Kaye. Let's hope he's okay. Here's Sinclair bringing the ball into the Leicester half. Looking for Ian Moore. We're up against Kenton. Kenton's a lively player. Got some pace as Darren Kenton. Ball forward here from Hughes. Kaye to it first. It's a good clearance, and Valois will put McCarthy under pressure here. Does get to the ball. Can't just keep hold of possession there. Micah Hyde working hard. Flick on from Oster. Might get another chance here. Back inside looking for Whittingham. Clearance from Gemmell. Nice chest on from Connolly. And Tommy Wright will take it down the left channel. Duff out of position slightly. He'll put a ball in here. Oh, there's half a chance behind everybody just about. And that'll be a Burnley throw. They nearly caught us there on the counter-attack.
Yeah, like you said, Duff out of position, got back well, and ball drew across from Tommy Wright. Looked dangerous, but thankfully for the Clarets, behind everyone in that box.
Here's Frank Sinclair with the throw. He's going to look for Graham Branch, I guess, here. Branch and Hughes jump. Hughes has won the header, and it's a dangerous header. McGreal to Sinclair, just bounces off the knees of Micah Hyde, but he keeps possession. Fantastic stuff from the Jamaican. Ball forward here from Branch. It's given Valois a heck of a lot to do. Dabizas to it first, able to turn, and then knocks it back to his keeper. Poor clearance from Walker. To it first to Leicester, header away from Sinclair. He's going to get it back off Micah Hyde. Sinclair almost lost the ball behind him, and then has to go back to McGreal. McGreal thinks about Jensen, does use Brian Jensen. Good clearance from the keeper. Playing with a white ball today. Just picked that up in the night sky. There's Valois. Bit of trickery from Jean-Louis Valois. Finds Micah Hyde. Hyde on quickly here for Kaye. Duff's available down the right-hand side. Kaye's going to go down this left-hand side. It's a nice ball. Picks up Valois. Valois just about keeps it in play. It's a Burnley throw. Fantastic ball from Kaye.
Yeah, good crossfield ball, and he's looked lively this evening, the Frenchman.
Kaye's a fantastic player. He's got a bit of everything. Power in the air, good distribution on the floor, quick on the turn. I think we're seeing a real future prospect here. Burnley have got a throw deep inside the Leicester half. But Frank Sinclair with a long one. It's going to be aimed towards Branch. Branch trying to flick it on. Will it come back to Sinclair? It will. Right-footed, he puts a ball in. John Oster will have to compete on the edge of the area to collect this. He's up against Jordan Stewart. I thought Stewart was given a bit of a tuck there, but Oster's done well to turn back inside. Needs a bit of support. Done well as John Oster. Finds Sinclair. Sinclair ups it on quickly for Branch. Branch is onside. Tried to turn his man, but the defender did well. There's Maybury to complete the clearance. This could be problems for Burnley because Williams is getting forward neatly here. Ian Moore getting back to help his defence. It's down the left-hand side. It's with Scott Gemmell. Scott Gemmell just on get onto it for the moment. Uses Stewart back into the Leicester half for McCarthy. McCarthy square for Maybury. Remember, Leicester play at Ewood Park on Sunday, FA Cup quarter-final. There's 5 minutes left in this first half. Burnley 0, Leicester City 0. Plenty of endeavour, plenty of effort from Burnley. Created 1 or 2 openings, nothing in the game. It's down the left-hand side, is it? Oh, that's a good ball in here from Williams. Picks out his man. Hughes will just keep this in play down this right side, almost in a right wing position. Taking on one man, nips past Oster, but uses Gemmell. Gemmell inside here, bit of space for Williams. Look to help it on. Connolly with a shot. Wide of the target. It's a lovely turn and shot, and that was close.
It certainly was, and Leicester just coming into it a bit more, and we only have a problem. I think it's Kaye down.
Yeah, I thought he'd picked up a knock a little bit earlier, and just at the moment he's down on his backside, inside the Burnley area. Let's hope this isn't a problem.
Yeah, because it will be a problem as well, because you'd obviously expect if there does need to be a change, perhaps Scott coming on for Kaye and Sinclair moving inside.
Yeah, I think that would be the only real option. Les Pilkington played right back and Duff came inside, but they're just Andy Mitchell just working on Gary Kaye. It's his left leg, trying to get some mobility in that left leg. Alan Kaye insists he goes off the field of play to come back on again. Fantastic recruit, Gary Kaye. He is running a little easier now, so I think he'll be able to continue. One or two of the Burnley lads have taken an opportunity to get a drink. And it'll be a goal kick to restart. Brian Jensen just in front of the cricket field stand. On his left foot. Looks like Kaye will be able to come back on immediately. Andy Kaye gives him the signal. Header won by Branch, but here's Stephen Hughes for Leicester. He's got Maybury available. Maybury with the ball forward. Should be John McGreal's. Heads it away. Sinclair turns. I think he thought he was leaving it for Whittingham. Caught his man. Sinclair was going for the ball, I thought. I think the referee's not too happy with the challenge. Thought there was foot up. And the Leicester defender's got a problem.
Yeah, he's caught him. I don't think there's any malice in that. I think the bookings are on Sinclair.
Yeah, he's trying to explain to some of his former teammates he was just stretching for the ball. Absolutely no intent whatsoever, but he's got himself a yellow card. It's the first of the game. And Big Frank's 13th of the season. I don't think he's happy with some of the reaction from the Leicester lads, who've made a bit of a fuss. Maybury's gone down this right-hand side. Got to say, I was a bit unlucky. A bit unlucky, I thought, Frank Sinclair there. Just a bit of a stray boot. It was nothing more than that, was it?
Yeah, it's not particularly high. It's probably just around knee level, so it's not a very high boot. And he's challenged for the ball and gone underneath the ball, if you will, and caught the man.
Yeah, I think Maybury, thankfully, is going to be okay. Maybury didn't really make a fuss, to be honest. He's just taken a dead leg, I think. Swung in by Williams. Micah Hyde jumps to half clear it. He was being fouled, so Burnley have got a free kick inside the D. Leicester, for some reason, take the ball away with them through Patrick McCarthy. And the referee's not happy now because it's not taken in the right spot. But the only reason it wasn't taken in the right spot is McCarthy took the ball away. Some referees would have taken action against that. But not today, not Andy Kaye from Wakefield. We've just got a few seconds left in this first half. Jensen with the kick down the middle. Farwell have to jump. Here's Duff. He'll lay the ball forward. Moore just offside, ran back and then can't contribute in the game, of course. That'll be a free kick for Leicester. It was goalless, of course, at the Walker Stadium back in September. And we're without a goal in the first half today. Free kick to Leicester. Walker with the kick. Aimed towards Duff and right. It's come off Michael Duff, so it'll be a throw to Leicester. Just shy of the Burnley penalty area. Jordan Stewart ready to take it. But Burnley have picked up the loose ball here through Oster. Oster just got caught there, so it's a free kick to Burnley. Yet Burnley had the possession. I think that's why the crowd weren't overly happy. It'll be a free kick that Jensen will look to take, but I don't think there'll be time for him to knock the ball forward. The referee's had another look at his watch, and I think he'll blow in a minute. He's got his whistle to his lips. We're on 45 minutes. Jensen with the goal kick. Looking long, but that is half-time. A competitive half, not the best game of football we've seen, but Burnley done okay.
Yeah, certainly a little lively going forward. The Clarets, no real worries in defence as well for the Clarets, but certainly had Leicester a little nervous in the opening 25-30 minutes.
I thought we started brightly. Inside a minute, great ball from Valois. Ian Moore looked to be through on goal. Perhaps a heavy first touch led in Ian Walker, and the keeper made the clearance. One or two chances for Leicester. David Connolly, two of those. Lob on 24 minutes that Jensen did well to cover. And then, just 4 minutes before half-time, a good shot and turn, just wide of Brian Jensen's right-hand post. But it's 0-0 at half-time. The player's just about to leave the pitch. Jean-Louis Valois going to be the last one to leave the scene. But we'll be back in time for the start of the second half. Leave you with the score. Burnley 0, Leicester City 0. We're almost ready to get the second half underway. Burnley attacking left to right, goalless in the first. No changes for Burnley. We've got Gillespie on for Stewart for Leicester. Underway. Burnley defending the Jimmy Mack end. Immediately a long ball forward. Header one. Work here for Sinclair. Good nod down. Flick on here to Vauer. Vauer, nice little turn. Keeps hold of the ball nicely. Plays a lovely ball forward, but Branch just offside. The ball was running away from him anyway. Vauer starting the second half just like he did the first.
Yeah, good flick on from Branch. Good ball forward from Vauer. You say Branch perhaps half a yard offside. Running onto that through ball from the Frenchman.
Just having a look at Kaye, still struggling. Kick forward here from Walker. Header won by Sinclair. Sinclair wins the next header. But Leicester trying to get back towards the Burnley box. Gemmell stabs it forward. Is that going to go out of play? Gillespie can't keep it in. It'll be a Burnley throw. What does he make of Kaye? Doesn't look 100%.
He's still walking a bit gingerly and on his thigh, I think it is. And it's obviously he took a knock in that first half. Tried to win it off at half time. I think Steve Cotterill probably only gave him 10 minutes at most.
Just to see how it works out. Burnley on the bench, Coyne, Pilkington, Scott, Hanley and Yates. So it's a real mix of experience and youth. It's a problem there. Sinclair just jumping on top of his man, Tommy Wright, and that'll be a free kick to Leicester on that far side. It's only, 35 yards from goal. So Burnley will have to get everybody back here. The big men in the middle. Plenty of movement. Burnley have got some defending to do here. Swung in towards the near post, flicked on, and McGreal just has to stab it behind, and it's going to be a corner, and that was a bit nervy.
Yeah, it was. It probably was a lot further away from the goal than it looked from up here, but Marty close to an OG from John McGreal almost.
The ball was behind him. I don't think he knew he was anywhere near, and there's a bit of pushing and shoving, and Connolly swung an elbow in there, and I thought to Mike Hyde. Mike Hyde's not happy. The referee's going to have a word. There's a bit of pushing and shoving. Connolly trying to stand his ground. Alan Kaye not happy. Again, those two are going to jostle for position. Connolly again trying to get in there, trying to get in front of the keeper. Corner taker swung in there. Jensen starts to come, but Burnley should clear this. And it'll be Vauer to complete the clearance, or he's overrun the ball. Giving it back to Leicester. It'll come back in here from Williams. Ball in from Williams, come behind everybody. Flicked on. Jensen thought about coming. Has that come off Kaye? I thought it did, but it's going to be a goal kick. Leicester not happy. And I think it was Burnley's turn to be Cabos and Indians at the back, really.
It certainly was. To come off Kaye. He's struggling again there. He's looks like his legs stiffened up again. I don't think he'll be playing for much longer.
No, he's gamely trying to continue, but just stretching down. Now, very early on in the game I saw him stretching, even within the first few minutes, so I wonder if he got the knock even earlier than we thought. Duff will be the first to this ahead of Hughes. It's against Hughes. Hughes will keep it in play, but finds Oster's scrappy stuff, and Burnley have got themselves a throw. Okay, just moving a bit easier for the moment. It's a good throw, looking for Ian Moore. McCarthy can't take any chances. Hooks it into the James Hargreaves stand. No action on the Burnley bench just for the moment. Here's Oster. Quite his first time. Finds Micah Hyde. Back here now to Duff. Duff's got Oster further forward, but will get a cross in. Digs a nice one out. Ian Moore with the header. It's over the bar. Got there just ahead of Jean-Louis Vauer. Connected well with the header, but couldn't keep it down.
Yeah, decent cross from Marco Duff. Quite a nice height for Ian Moore, but just got under it a bit more. And you see, I'd Walker scrambling, but didn't really cause him too many problems in the end.
No, I think Walker knew it was going over his goal frame. He could be the former England keeper to take the goal kick. The back line for Burnley. 1 or 2 changes there today. Sinclair at left back, Duff at right back. It's Cahill and McGreal in the middle. Work here for Dabizas. Clearance that far side from Kenton. Burnley battling to win the next ball with Frank Sinclair, but he's conceded a throw-in. Had a double check at half-time. It is Big Frank's 13th yellow card of the season. Remember, Akinbaye misses Rotherham and Wolves. Mo Kamara and Lee Roach just miss out today. They actually got their 5th yellow cards on deadline day. Sinclair's deemed to have fouled his man. Again, that looked harsh. Free kick to Leicester. 35 yards from the Burnley goal. Gemmel's coming across. I thought to take it, but he has left it. There's plenty of men in the middle. Burnley just keeping John Oster up at the moment. Swung in. Burnley need to win this header. Kaye maybe got pushed in there, but it's gone behind anyway for a goal kick. McCarthy couldn't connect. One thing about Sinclair, he just seems unlucky with referees, doesn't he? These decisions do tend to go against him.
I think you get that with certain players' reputation before him, and you see, I think the striker Wright's made no attempt to jump all night against Big Frank.
No, he's happy for Sinclair to jump over him. Header won by Dabizas with the number 4, McGrill into in the next one. Pulled forward here from Valois, but Oster won't get there. It'll be Ian Walker's ball. No problems at all. Sad most of the season out with injury in Walker. They've played Kevin Pressman in goal. They've played Taylor from Arsenal. Does that come off right? It has. It'll be a Burnley goal kick. Is Kaye moving any easier now, Andrew?
Certainly doesn't look to be, and no, he's struggling there. I think it's his left leg.
Yeah, but all credit to that. He's wanting to battle on. Let's hope this doesn't do any damage for the rest of the season. Ian Moore can't win that header. Gillespie heads it on. Here's the busy Connolly on in turn for Stephen Hughes down this left-hand side, halfway inside the Burnley half. It's 0-0 here. Finds Connolly. Connolly always dangerous, looking for a quick 1-2. That's good defensive work from Michael Duff. Happy to let it just go behind for a goal kick. The game needs a bit of life, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just going into that dull period where not a lot falls for either side. A lot of effort from Leicester, but no real end product, thankfully, for the moment.
And Connolly, as ever, always impresses. Kick from Jensen. Branch comes to meet it. Flicks on. Here's Ian Moore. Nice touch from Ian Moore. Oster's found Valois offside. Again, not used to playing in that front line. Just strayed a yard or two offside. Free kick to Leicester. Walker out of his box to take it. Over Rotherham at home on Saturday. Wolves away next Tuesday, and Sheffield United a week on Saturday. Rakinbayi will be back for that one. Tommy Wright battling with John McGreal. He's got the better of him as well. Wright's done well here. Cuts back inside, but McGreal happy to win the ball back in there. Gets some support from Micah Hyde as ever. Burnley break. Ball forward. Looking for Valois down that left-hand side. He's picked up a knock as well as Gillespie comes away with the ball. Running to Big Frank Sinclair, his former teammate. Sinclair's been tripped. And Burnley have got themselves a free kick. We wish them well next Sunday, don't we, Edward Park?
Half of East Lancashire will be Leicester fans next Sunday against them down the road, but it could have been different. Could have been us on Sunday at home to Leicester, and I think this would be a very good. Would have been a good exercise for that game.
An interesting one, wouldn't it? Similar to when we played Millwall twice in a fortnight last year. We are becoming quite a good cup side at the moment. Got last 16 of both the League Cup and FA Cup this season. Flick on from Williams finds Connolly. Oh, it's a super turn. Got the better of Kaye. But Burnley do get back at him. And it'll be a throw in on that far side for the Clarets. Connolly thought he was fouled. Kaye somehow robs him of the ball. Legitimately, according to the referee. Played 9 minutes of the second half. 0-0 it is. Sinclair looking for Branch with that throw in. It's back inside for Williams. Hyde battling away, but Williams got the better of him for once. Picks out Gemmell. It's a nice ball down this left-hand side looking for Maybury, but good cover from John Oster. He backheels it to Michael Duff. Duff forward here for Valois. Valois, lovely flick on looking for Hyde, but Dabizas just got there ahead for the former Watford player. Here's John Oster just covering it right back for the moment. Long ball from him, looking for Ian Moore over the top. Dabizas wasn't sure, heads it back towards Valois. Valois can't get the better though of his defender. McCarthy comes away with it. Here's Williams, nice neat touch from him, picks out Gemmell. Gemmell's free down this middle. Picks out Connolly down the right-hand side, trying to get numbers in the box here. Connolly swings in across, not full for Gemmell. He's inside the box, back inside. That's a nice play. Chance here. It's over the top. Is that a save from Jensen? It is. fantastic save from Brian Jensen, moving to his right-hand side. Williams very nearly opened the scoring.
A decent effort from the former Forest lad, and I'd say good save at his near post from Brian Jensen.
It was a good save. Second corner of the second half for Leicester. 55 minutes on the clock. Swung in, it's gone deep. Jensen will catch. Easy catch for Brian Jensen. He loves those on the edge of his 6-yard box. And Kaye still struggling, trying to jump for that corner. Good clearance looking for Valois, but Kenton will let this bounce. Valois nicked it off him. It's good work from Jean-Louis Valois. Oh, super ball inside. Chance here for Burnley. And Burnley, oh, not too wide. Fantastic chance for Graham Branch. Took it on. It just screwed it right. Wrong foot really for him. It was a good effort. A lovely flick on from Valois.
Certainly was. Valois just robbing Kenton. Putting Branch in there, and a decent effort from Branch. Just wide of Walker's right-hand post.
Yeah, super stuff from Jean-Louis Valois. Didn't let Kenton settle, and he robbed the former Norwich man. Lovely ball inside. That very nearly opened the scoring. It's a throw to Burnley. Craig Levein not happy with the decision. I've had a few opposing managers getting quite volatile in the edge of the technical area. Billy Davies certainly covered some mileage. Free kick it is to Burnley. Sinclair ready with it. Burnley's best chance then of this second half. Fell to Graham Branch on his right foot. Just screwed it wide. They'll jump for this. They can't win it. Leicester should clear the lines here. They do, just about. Will they keep it in play? Again, just about they do. But Burnley battling back through the fantastic Micah Hyde. Good turn here from Jean-Louis Valois. Super stuff. Hyde in a bit of space. Picks out Oster. Oster does collect. He hasn't got anybody with him. He's almost on his own here. Might fancy a crack left-footed. Easy save for Walker on his knees. A good skill from Oster. Just displayed his two-footed there.
Yeah, brought it inside. Did bounce in front of Walker. It didn't cause the former England lad any problems.
The game just kicked into life a little bit. It is 0-0. McGreal jumps with Connolly. It's gone to Gillespie wide. Gillespie up against Frank Sinclair, and this time Sinclair gets the decision. They'll know each other pretty well, and Sinclair on this occasion gets the better of his former teammate. Gillespie, of course, started at Manchester United. Had that spell at Blackburn Rovers. Did well for Leicester in the Premiership last season. Jensen with a kick forward. Valois can't win the header with Dabizas. You wouldn't expect him to. Ball's fallen to Gillespie down that right-hand side. Good ball forward. Looking for Tommy Wright. Kaye's carried it out of play. So it'll be a throw to the Foxes. Mentioned earlier, the last away win was at Leeds back in December. 6 away from home without a win in the league since then. Here's Kenton though, puts it across deep. Jensen will clutch this easily. Rolls it out immediately. Good vision. Picks out John Oster. John Oster, the defender, getting back at him. He'll need support. He's done well. Keeps hold of it. Nice ball inside. Finds Whittingham. Whittingham will take this on. Nice ball for Ian Moore if he can get there. Ian Moore very nearly did. Walker's out of his goal ever so quick. That's the one thing that impresses you really about Walker, is how quick he is out of his 6-yard box.
Yeah, super ball through for Whittingham, and saved at Moore's feet again by Walker.
3 times I make it. The former England keeper's been out at the feet of Ian Moore. Good header won by Cahill. Loose ball falls here though for Hughes. He'll take it on a yard or two, and Burnley have won the throw here. But they've just kept it in through Maybury. But Oster collects the next one. Here's Micah Hyde. Nice touch, finds Duff. Duff with the ball forward, looking for Valois. Valois trying to get there ahead of Dabizas, but Dabizas just a bit too strong for him. But Dabizas only finds Micah Hyde. Hyde back to Duff. Duff with the ball forward, looking for Ian Moore. Ian Moore trying to turn Dabizas, but Leicester get possession back. Down the middle again here. Getting numbers forward. Will Stephen Hughes be able to take that? And he can't. It's gone behind for a Burnley goal kick. You just wonder if there's a chance here for Burnley. They may have one eye on Sunday. A chance for Burnley just to step up the gas a little bit.
Yeah, like you say, depleted side really for Craig Levein's men, and say one eye's got to be on that quarter-final against Blackburn Rovers, so it's a chance to try and hit them. I think they're going to make another change. They're just preparing another substitute, or Leicester.
Yeah, they won't want any injuries ahead of that big game. Gillespie, did he get caught there by Sinclair? Maybe Sinclair's got away with that one. Writhing on the floor is Gillespie. Kaye just nods it back to Jensen. There's a problem for Keith Gillespie, isn't there?
It's just on the floor down there, and like I say, I didn't quite see what happened there.
I think Big Frank and Gillespie went for the ball. In fairness to Sinclair, I think again he was going for the ball, just caught his man. Sinclair fell awkwardly, and he needs treatment. This will be a worrying moment, I would imagine, for the visitors. Alan Kaye's happy enough, that's the main thing. I don't think there's any complaints from the Leicester bench. A little bit of pushing and shoving on that far side. And Sinclair needs to just get away from that. He's got one or two friends there. I think he's got one or two enemies.
Yeah, just Connolly, I think it might be on that far side, just pushing and shoving with perhaps it's Tommy Ryan, I'm not sure, but Leicester 2 players down. There's one just Kenton, yeah, on the far side as well.
So both of them are going to be okay. Kenton's almost by the touchline. Gillespie's to his feet, thankfully. He's not happy with the referee. No love lost between Gillespie and Sinclair. Gillespie will go off to come back on. Kenton never went off, but he's going to have to go off as well. So they're down to 9 for the moment of Leicester. It'll be restarted with... Is it a throw? It is. The referee's just making it absolutely clear what we're doing. Leicester have 2 players off the pitch. And, well, I don't think Kenton can take the throw-in, can he? That's going to be stopped by Alan Kaye. Pedantic, but probably right. And Leicester are down to 9 men. They want to make a substitution. It's very confusing. And are Burnley going to get the ball back here? Connolly will knock it back to Brian Jensen. Burnley did kick it out for Gillespie to get some treatment. Gillespie thankfully is okay now. Ball forward looking for Ian Moore. Just bounces awkwardly from McCarthy. Struggled with Ian Moore all evening. Burnley have got a throw in down this right hand side. Valois takes it quickly. Got to get it back here, is he, Valois? Working hard to keep possession. He's given that away. That's sloppy. Right, back inside for Gemmell. And breaking quickly here. Oh, that's a poor challenge from Whittingham. And I think Whittingham's going to get himself in Alan Kaye's book. I've seen worse challenges today, though.
Yeah, it's a bit niggly that from Kaye, really, and Whittingham's unlucky. It's certainly not persistent foul, and he's probably the first foul he's committed all night.
I'm sure that's his first offence. But Alan Kaye just making sure he's stamping a bit of authority on the game. There is going to be a change. And we wait and see who it's going to be. It's going to be Mark de Vries, the centre forward. That's fairly obvious. Let's have a look. It isn't. It's Tommy Wright, isn't it? So striker for striker. De Vries on for Wright. And he's got about 27 minutes to impress. Suriname born, brought up in Holland. Signed by Craig Levein for Hearts a few seasons ago, and he's brought him down as well. He's a man mountain, massive player, and he is pretty sharp in the air. And it's going to be a free kick to Leicester, taken by Walker just outside his own centre circle. Clearance from Sinclair. Ian Moore will chase this with Dabizas. Dabizas has done well, hooks it back to his keeper. Ian Moore still gives chase. Walker has a touch and clears it in field. Kenton with a diving header finds Gemmell. Still inside the Leicester half though. Here's Kenton again. Picks out McCarthy. McCarthy back to his keeper. Good clearance from Walker. Big down the middle. McGreal wins the header with de Vries. Here's Whittingham. Helps it on to Branch. Branch had that chance in the second half, of course. Nice ball from Graham Branch. Picks out John Oster. Michael Duff on the overlap. Not a poor ball this time from John Oster. Looking for Valois. It didn't work out. De Vries chests it back inside. He'll get it again here. Still inside his own half. Burnley got some defending to do here as Hughes comes away with the ball. It's down the right-hand side for Keith Gillespie. Can he get a centre in here? Gillespie up against Sinclair. Goes on the outside of him. Puts a cross in. Plucked out of the air by big Brian Jensen, and he rolls it out for Michael Duff. He's further forward than John Oster for the moment. Picks out Whittingham inside. Whittingham wanted the ball, taking these men on past Dabizas. Uses Valois down this left-hand side. All the space for Branch. Valois with a glorious ball. Picks out Branch. Chance for Branch. Takes it inside on his wrong foot. Easily stopped by Kenton. What a fantastic ball though from Jean-Louis Valois.
Perhaps he should have smashed that with his left foot, Graham Branch, but super ball from Valois. Eludes the retreating defender, and I think we're going to see a Burnley change pretty sharp as the fourth official's just got his board near the Burnley bench.
Yeah, I think at any moment now. I wonder if it's going to be Kaye. I wonder if he's not been able to get over that knock, although he is moving better now than perhaps early in the half. Here's Gemmell for the visitors. Ball forward from him. Picks out Connolly. Connolly on for the powerful DeFries. He's trying to come through the middle here. Burnley have got numbers back, and Michael Duff's just robbed him of the ball. Got pushed over for his trouble. And here's John Oster. Just keeps it in down this right-hand side. Cuts inside DeFries as though he wasn't there. Holds on to the ball. Waiting for a run, I think, from Ian Moore. And he does get it from Moore, but McCarthy will win the header. Nods it down for Maybury. He's gone to his favoured side now. He's gone to left back. Dabizas in the middle. Kenton at right back. Leicester have swapped things around a little bit. Oh, here's DeFries in a bit of space. As he picked out his man, there's an offside flag against Connolly. Very, very nearly caused Burnley problems. And Jensen's not sure what he's doing here. Is he carrying on? I think the referee's saying, yeah, you're carrying on. He's going to kick it out of his hands. We've got just less than 25 minutes to play in this one. Burnley without a league goal at home this calendar year. And that's still the case today, although they've had chances. Ian Moore in the first minute. Graham Branch, 55th and 65th minute. Both one on his right foot in the end. Sinclair with the ball forward. Branch flicks it on. Here's Ian Moore. Trying to turn, but can't get away from his man. Trying to win the ball back. Ball forward from Gillespie. Invertedly flicked on by Sinclair. And Connolly's got it on here for DeFries. Super tackle from John McGreal. But Leicester have still got the ball and they're coming forward with Stephen Hughes. Ball down that right-hand side for Gillespie. There's cover now from Graham Branch. Gillespie will run at him though, and he'll get a ball in perhaps here. But it's good cover from Branch. And Branch just try and stop the cross. Clearance here from Whittingham. Might fall for Kenton on his right foot. Kenton turns inside. Is he fouled? He is. Andy maybe just caught him. Not happy with the decision, and this is a dangerous free kick.
It certainly is. Just right side of the box, what, 20 yards out. It's imagine one of the Leicester players will probably take a pop at this.
Yeah, they'll want to have a crack here, I'm absolutely certain. Connolly's over the ball. It's difficult to get him away from the ball whenever they've got an opportunity. He's there. Dabizas has just come forward. McCarthy's in there as well, but I'm sure they'll hit it. It'll either be Williams or Connolly. Might be just left for Williams here. Connolly seems to be moving away. Alan Kaye's happy he's got the wall back. Maybe Williams will hit this. It is going to be Williams hits it. It's the wall. It's Ian Moore that blocks it in the wall. There's Maybury, just trying to get down that right-hand side. Intercepted superbly by Branch. He helps it on. Burnley've got a chance here if they can break down the middle. Good ball from Oster. Ian Moore will chase this and he'll get there. He'll get there to Walker, but there's cover. Ian Moore thought he was fouled by Walker. Not happy with the referee there. Here's Duff. Will he put a ball in here? He does. Looks deep. Headed away by Kenton. Might fall for Branch. Branch has got Oster on the wide left. Oster will pick this up. We'll have a run maybe at Gillespie. Comes inside. That's nice work. Looks for the chip. Oh, he's at the post. Fantastic effort. Might still fall in there. Was Whittingham fouled? But a two appeals. Great chip from Oster. Did everything but score. McGreal wins the header. It's left the Leicester lad on the floor. I think it's Connolly. And the ball will be kicked out of play. Oster did everything but score.
Yeah, super Watson. Super lob by Oster, and you say just hit the inside of the post there.
Yeah, did everything but score. What did you make of Ian Moore? He knocked it past Ian Walker and he was adamant something had gone on there.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether he thought perhaps Walker got a hand to it out of his area. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Ian Moore, I don't think there was too many other appeals, but Ian Moore was adamant something had happened. He'd knocked it past the keeper. The defender had provided cover. Leicester survive that scare. Just over 20 minutes to play. Lovely chip from Oster that came back off the base of the post. Nice flick on from Whittingham. Branch enjoying a good spell here. He's got Valois on his outside. Good skill from Jean-Louis Valois if he can get a ball in. Tries to dig out a cross. He's won a corner. Burnley's first in the second half. And we're starting to play well going forward.
They're certainly just trying to test Leicester at the moment, and good spell of pressure. There's a couple of decent chances in the last couple of minutes.
Burnley's fifth corner of the game. Plenty of numbers in and around the box. Gone to the near post. Headed away easily in the end by Gillespie, I think. Well, Whittingham, for some reason, turned into his man, but he does win the throw. Never didn't get a shout. Burnley have got a throw halfway inside the Leicester half. Unlucky that John Oster scored at Coventry, remember. Hasn't scored at home yet, though. Lovely how he cut inside Gillespie and clipped it with his right foot over the top of Walker. Back off the post. Sinclair with a long throw in there, looking for Branch, but Dabizas wins the header. Another chance, though, for Sinclair maybe here. Branch will stay in the box. Aim towards him again, but once more Kenton wins it this time. Sinclair puts it back in once more. Oh, there's a bit of holding there on Ian Moore. McCarthy maybe got away with that. Chance for Hughes to come away inside the centre circle, making good progress. Burnley under strength a little bit at the back. It's almost 4-on-4 here, and De Vries will cut inside, maybe have a shot, but it's a poor effort, and will go all the way through to Brian Jensen. One or two appeals in there for McCarthy Moore.
Looked all over here Moore, and the moment's end-to-end stuff. Mark eye breaking for Burnley, but
it's Valois just trying to tease Kenton on the edge of the box. He's under pressure though. Has he fallen on the ball? One or two of the fans on the far side thought it was a foul, but nothing given. Here's Gillespie with the clearance, picks out Connolly, bounces off his chest to Williams. Nice ball inside for Williams. De Vries helps it on for Hughes, and Hughes has continued the form forward here. Kaye will come across to meet him. Down the right-hand side for Connolly. De Vries trying to get in at the far post here. Connolly's done well. Pass one, knocks it back inside. Real chance for Williams. Easy save in the end for Jensen. And that was a clear chance for Gareth Williams.
Was broke through and shot straight at Jensen, but another big chance there.
Yeah, it was a real chance for Williams. He started scoring since he joined Leicester. Never really got on the score sheet much at Forest. 10 is just given. I think Andrew's got it 10-9, 3-3, we believe, which is not a bad attendance. I thought it might have been one or two less than that. Sinclair with the throw. Halfway inside the Leicester half. It'll be aimed at Graham Branch once again. Branch does jump, but Dabizas got in ahead of him. It's cleared, looking for Connolly, but the ball has gone out of play. It'll be another Burnley throw. Nice effort from David Connolly, but it's all wasted energy. Burnley will have a throw almost level with the Leicester penalty area. Sinclair with it. It's gone short for Whittingham, gets it back. Look to put a ball in, maybe Sinclair. Will do on his right foot, maybe. Oh, turns his defender nicely, turns Gillespie. Tries too hard, and Gillespie's got back at him. Gillespie happy for it to go out. Mayana leading Werder Bremen 4-2. Forest were leading at half-time in our division. Forest starting to fight at the bottom of the table. It's taken a while. Kenton puts a ball in. McGreal with the clearance. Moore will chase, trying to turn McCarthy. Walker will have to come. Does get there. Picks out Maybury. Maybury back inside for Gemmell. Gemmell under pressure. Maybe have to go back, but he just play a ball forward. It's a nice ball as well. Looking for Connolly. McGreal first, then Sinclair with the header. As Whittingham nicely down for Hyde. Hyde down this right-hand side for Oster. Oster's got Duff on the overlap. Cuts inside though, does Oster. Neglects to use him, looks to try and find Duff then, but he's overhit that ball. Walker will collect. Sheffield United 4, Crewe 0 now. Forest still leading 1-0 at Watford. Cabba's back, he's got 2 goals today, as has Gray. So Sheffield United giving Crewe a bit of a hiding. Crewe struggling a touch, they're on 43 points. Header won by Kaye. Here's Hughes. And lay it down this left-hand side for Maybury. Former Leeds player, played in the Champions League himself 4 years ago. That's difficult to believe. Kaye wins that ball. Seems to be doing okay since that injury. Ball forward from Hyde. Gave Valois a lot to do. Dabizas thought about letting it go out of play, but couldn't. It's back inside for McCarthy. He's played the second half at centre-back. Back to Walker. Clearance from Walker, but only as far as Branch. Branch trying to take it down in his chest, but Gillespie got back at him. Here's McGreal to win the header. Finds Frank Sinclair. Covering at left back today. No more Kamara, of course. Ball forward that Dabizas always had covered. But Branch wins it back. Branch battling away with Kenton. Kenton to the loose ball first. Wants it to go out, Kenton, but it won't. And Burnley thought he carried it out, but he gets away with it. It'll be a throw in the end to Burnley. Good work from Branch. Working hard, Burnley.
Yeah, just putting Kenton under pressure. He thought he carried it out for a corner, but referee thought otherwise.
Here's Micah Hyde, another fantastic game from him. Ball from Whittingham to Sinclair. Sinclair tries to stab one into the box. Doesn't really work out. McGreal will have to come and win this with De Vries. Does too. Big lad is De Vries as well. McGreal did ever so well. Picks out Michael Duff. Duff on immediately for Oster. Oster does well to keep it in play. Then tries to take Maybury on. It's back with Duff. Duff, I'll have to lay it inside. It's a poor ball this time. Giving it away to Hughes. Hughes forward for Connolly. Always dangerous, David Connolly. And he's turned well here, and he'll fancy a run at McGreal. Gets past McGreal. Burnley haven't got too many back. That's great stuff from Kaye. Fantastic. It's a poor challenge from Connolly. Will Connolly be in trouble here? It'll be a yellow card, I'm sure, because he tripped Kaye. Gary Kaye beat him all ends up. Good skill from Kaye. And that was petulant, wasn't it, from Connolly?
It was. Kaye got up, let him know what he said, and then just carried on there. It's a credit, really, to the Villa lad.
Yeah, we've seen it all. With some fantastic performances he's been on loan at Turf Moor, but he even plays well when he's injured.
He certainly does, and he's looks like that trip's knocked him back a few minutes there, because he's walking a bit gingerly again now.
I think that's the last action from Connolly. Gets himself in the book and then leaves the scene. Connolly off. He's replaced Lilian Nilas. There's no doubt who that is. He's got about 14 minutes to impress today. Kaye will take the free kick. Just settle a few nerves if Burnley could snatch one here. Alan Kaye just checking something with the fourth official. Free kick to Burnley. Cahill with it. Right-footed. To try and find Duff inside the box. Duff just jumped well, wins the header. Burnley can't win the next ball. It's easily cleared by Scott Gamble. De Vries battling with Cahill. That's going to be a Burnley throw. Cahill thought he was being fouled by De Vries. Another player who doesn't get a lot of decisions, Cahill.
Certainly not. He's literally got to be tripped up or dragged to the floor before he gets out from most Championship referees.
Here's De Vries. Got the ball inside only for Micah Hyde. Hyde comes away with it nicely, picks out Branch. Branch will fancy this, turns and has a good run here. Can he clip a ball in? He's overrun it, which was unfortunate because he'd done everything right until that point. Kenton nicks it off him, finds Nallis. Nallis with the ball forward for De Vries. Big lad, turns McGreal, knocks McGreal to the floor in the process. Here's Gamble inside the centre circle. Lays it down the right-hand side for Gillespie. Kenton's further forward than him at the moment. Here's Nallis. Under pressure from Moore. That's good work from Moore. Couldn't keep possession, though. Morrow. Nallis nicks it back off him. Here's McCarthy. It's 0-0 here at Turf Moor. Tight game. Not a lot in it. Ball back here now to McCarthy. McCarthy back in turn to Dabizas. Patient build-up from Leicester. Here's Gamble. Had that spell on loan at Deepdale last year. Didn't quite work out for him, but back in the first team at Leicester. Dabizas with the ball. Here's a layoff from the big man De Vries, but he's only found Branch. Here's Sinclair. Ball forward from Sinclair. Valois will chase. Wins the header, but not clobbered, I think, by Dabizas for his trouble. The ball's back with Ian Walker. Unfortunately, the gaffer's got nothing really to use on the bench going forward, has he?
Certainly not. I mean, I think he probably thinks young Hanley's probably not ready for first team action yet, and he's a big believer in making sure they're ready.
Chip in from Nallis, but an easy save for Brian Jensen. The cross was intended for Stephen Hughes. The beast got there with a bit to spare. Slice clearance that Ian Moore will try and win. But Kenton heads it out of play. Burnley have got themselves a throw. Clutch of players played for both clubs. Andy Lockhead did the half-time draw. Played in the '69 FA Cup final, of course, for Leicester. McCarthy with this clearance has found De Vries with the out ball. Back inside for Hughes is on the centre circle. He picks out Gillespie. Gillespie will look to try and run forward with this. He's got numbers in the box as well. This could be dangerous. Gamble meets Duff, and Duff wins that battle. Hyde will just help this on now, but he's fallen to the floor, unfortunately. So that gives possession back to Leicester. Here's Maybury coming forward. Signed from Hearts, Levein's former club. He picks out De Vries, another former Hearts player. Back here now to Gamble, who's left it carelessly for Jean-Louis Valois. He's got Ian Moore coming down this right-hand side, feeds the ball for Moore. Dabizas with him. Ian Moore needs support, gets it from Oster. The space for Frank Sinclair. Oster looks inside for Whittingham. Quick 1-2. Whittingham with a chance here, perhaps. Oh, he's running to another defender. Ian Moore trying to keep possession, but couldn't. Away come Leicester once more. Sinclair's a little bit exposed from his left-back berth. That's a good challenge from Micah Hyde. He'll go in for the next one as well. Wins the next one. But there's Maybury just to tidy up. Tucks it back to his keeper. Tell you what, the fans love Micah Hyde now.
Yeah, he's done very well again this season. Like you say, rediscovered his form in the last month, and looks to be enjoying his football at the minute.
Yeah, crowd loving him, and particularly that goal at Haywood. There's an offside flag here against somebody. Not quite sure what that's about. Maybe there's a bit of pushing and shoving. I can't believe it was offside. Anyway, Leicester have got themselves a free kick. 10 minutes left to play. It's 0-0. I think Gaffer will be a bit worried we've not scored at home in the league this calendar year.
Yeah, it's slightly worrying, as you say, but as long as we're not conceding here, and then we're still picking up points.
Yeah, we've missed one or two chances as well, haven't we? Particularly late on against Leeds. De Vries is on the floor, but it's with Kenton. Kenton forward. De Vries, nice little touch, takes it down that right-hand side, but Sinclair didn't leave his side, concedes the throw-in. Throw immediately looking for De Vries, and Sinclair rolls like a salmon dead out of play. Another throw to Leicester, level with the Burnley penalty area. Back here now to Gillespie. Nice little turn from Keith Gillespie. He's picked out Gemmell. Gemmell back here to Williams. Nice play from Leicester, but that ball forward will go behind for a goal kick. Just wonder, is it worth giving Kane Hanley a run out?
Certainly, possibly lasts, what, 10 minutes or so. You might think about throwing him on, see if we can go for all 3 points, but I think he'll be pleased with another clean sheet for the Clarets.
He will. Only 3 60-year-olds have played for the Clarets since the war. David Thomas, the youngest of those 3, Eric Probert and Jason Harris, the others, but Tommy Lawton is the youngest player in history. There's a foul there inside the centre circle. It's Leicester's free kick. Nallis to take, Frenchman, just helps it on here to Hughes. Hughes maybe will look down the right-hand side. He's got Kenton coming forward neatly from right back. Ian Moore getting back to try and win it. Nallis has got the loose ball, picks out Maybury, almost on the halfway line. Maybury back to McCarthy. It's 4-2 still Chelsea. It's 2-0 now for Forest, and Chris Commons has got them both. So Forest are putting up a real battle, but Burnley under pressure here. De Vries trying to lay this off. Burnley have got problems here. Good challenge from John McGreal. Fantastic challenge. Waited and waited, won the ball. His pass gives it away, I'm afraid. It's Gillespie down this right-hand side for Leicester. Swings in a good cross. Header from Hyde. That'll give Jensen a bit of work to do.
I think Micah Hyde knew what he was doing, that.
Yeah, just sets it up and also relieve a bit of pressure for the Clarets, thankfully, because Leicester just stretching us a little there.
Whittingham, a good run down the middle if he can collect this on the run. Gillespie getting back, though. The 2 number 7s clashing there. Back to the keeper, Walker. Big clearance. Sinclair should collect this. Stabs it forward immediately for Branch. Branch under pressure. Lost possession here. It's De Vries. De Vries on neatly, and Burnley under the kosher touch here. And Burnley need to try and get the ball away. And that's Sinclair working hard to try and get it back. De Vries would have been offside anyway, but it's gone all the way through to Brian Jensen. Rolls it out to Oster. Cahill's got the man of the match. He's been fantastic once again, and he hasn't been fully fit.
Certainly not. I think it's going to be a toss-up between him and Mark Hyde, and it's Gary Cahill who's been given the sponsors man of the match.
Ian Moore and Branch combined to get the ball back. Here's Sinclair. Sinclair inside for Hyde. Hyde will love to bring this forward if he can. Oh, very nearly threaded it through for Whittingham. But Burnley are going to have to defend here again. It's Nallis in possession inside the centre circle for the visitors. He's got Gillespie on the overlap, and he's found him. That's a super ball, and Gillespie will collect, puts the ball in. Cahill half cleared it, did enough. Was under pressure from De Vries, but did enough. What a fantastic ball that was from Lillian Nallis.
It was, just found Gillespie in acres of space on that far side, and ball could have been dangerous, thankfully. Nobody in a blue shirt in the box for Leicester.
That was good cover in the end from Cahill, wasn't it? Here's Malice again. I want to try and repeat it. It was a Tony Grant type ball. Here's Gillespie down the middle for once here. He has got an overlap. It's another super ball, but they won't keep that in. Hughes tried. He tried, but he couldn't. And Burnley will have a goal kick. Every point's precious. I mean, there's 5 minutes to play. We don't want to count our chickens, but we've got to sort of edge his way to 50.
Yeah, we certainly have, and like you say, this hopefully could take us at least one step closer.
Yeah, Rotherham at home on Saturday. They'll be difficult. Alan Nill's the manager now after that long stay from Ronnie Moore. But they do look down and out at the bottom. But Forrest and Gillingham are battling hard. Good ball from Oster, finds Duff. Duff ball forward for Ian Moore. He's still running hard. To collect this one down the right channel. Needs support. Is he going to want a corner? He has. That's interesting. Burnley's 6th of the game. There's ever Ian Moore working ever so hard.
Yeah, did well and managed to win the corner off McCarthy, I think it was.
Corner then to the Clarets. Oster with it. Right winger. Oh, it's gone to the near post. It's a poor one from the former Everton man. It's given possession away. Big boot forward. Micah Hyde's the last in defence. Has to knock it back to Brian Jensen. Jensen looking to give it Hyde back, but that's over elaborate from Burnley. And they've conceded a throw-in deep in their own half. Going to get numbers back here. Kaye getting back. Duff getting back. Some defending to do here, Burnley. Good turn from Gareth Williams. He'll try and pick out Gillespie down that right-hand side. Gillespie's got a chase on his hands, but he does get there. He'll look to put a cross in here. Has done. It's gone towards the near post. McGreal away. Finds Branch with the clearance. Branch has a look up, looking for Valois and Ian Moore. And a bit quiet up front for Burnley at the moment. There's Branch. Helps him on to Valois. Valois does keep it in. Does well to keep it in. Has to turn inside. Here's McGreal. McGreal on for Sinclair down that left side. He's picked out Branch with a nice ball. If Branch can take this on, oh, gets past his man, blocked. That'll be a free kick for Burnley, halfway inside the Leicester half, and a chance to throw the big guns forward if Gary Kaye can get forward.
It's taking him a bit longer than everyone else. I think even John McGreal's in danger of beating him forward, and like you say, though, Duff there, McGreal there and Kaye there, 2 men on Kaye.
Yeah, Duff just trying to hover at the back post. Wonder if Leicester will try and push up for the offside here. It's swung in. Walker's coming to collect. There's an offside anyway. Backheeled into the goal by Ian Moore, but of course it won't count. Alan Kaye not happy with something, but the linesman's flag was up pretty quickly, in fairness. And Leicester have got a free kick. Amazing what Burnley have done defensively this season after the last couple of years. Keeping it really tight. Free kick then to Leicester. Ian Walker with it. He's only found Michael Duff. Duff right back today. Ball forward for Ian Moore. Trying to turn McCarthy, but can't. Maybury will complete the clearance. McGreal will try and meet De Vries. It's a nice left from De Vries. Half a chance here for Williams, but he's picked out a poor ball for Hughes, and that'll be a Burnley throw. Michael Duff with it. He's waiting for Branch just to make his way across to this right-hand side. Branch will jump now. I thought he was being held down by McCarthy. I thought that looked the obvious foul of the game. But anyway, Hughes inside once again. Ball forward that Kaye will deal with. Done well there is Gary Kaye. Kept it in play as well. Here's Branch. Branch trying to knock it back for Hyde. Hyde under pressure. Knocks it inside for Whittingham. Whittingham has a look up. Thought Valois was moving down the left wing. Valois did well to keep this in. Under pressure from Kenton. That was a rough challenge. But Kenton, I suppose, got the ball. Steve Cotterill not happy.
The gaffer not happy with Kenton's challenge there, was he?
So not right under his nose, and see, Valois did well to get there.
To be fair, Valois didn't duck out of that one. Here's Sinclair, who's given the ball away there to Gillespie. Leicester in possession in the middle of the park. Duff will go in here, but he's been beaten by Hughes. Clipped his man.
I thought he clipped him. Got away with it. Hughes is on the floor.
Here's Oster down this right-hand side. Duff trying to get forward to support. Oster clips one in. Ian Moore trying to win the header. This will be Ian Walker's ball. But Ian Walker thought about knocking it out. I think Hughes is okay.
I think on that occasion we did foul them on.
I'm just wondering there. I thought Hughes went down very, very easily in the centre circle. I don't think that helped his cause.
It didn't impress the referee, did it? De Vries and McGreal again. McGreal battling with De Vries, but by the time the ball had settled, Micah Hyde had nipped in. Clearance from Sinclair. Branch could jump, trying to flick it on for Ian Moore. Might fall here for Whittingham. Van Wall needs to get on side here, and he just about did it. But the ball will trickle out of play on the far side. It'll be a Leicester throw. Burnley haven't made any substitutions, kept the same 11 out there. We thought maybe Mark Yates would get on today. Yates hasn't played for the club since January 1993, away at Mansfield, came on as a sub that day. Kaye got the man of the match. There's 3 minutes of time added on, and Leicester in possession. It's in the middle of the park with Nallis. Nallis will look to try and launch this. He's got Gillespie in a bit of space down that right-hand side. Oh, great cover from John McGreal. Concedes the throw-in. It was fantastic work from the former Ipswich man. Read that superbly. He's done well today, coming back from injury. There's a problem over by the dugouts, and the stewards have just come across. It's the Burnley dugout. There's an infringement here. Burnley have got a free kick. And something happened, and I think Steve Cotterill's not happy with something in the Bob Lord stand. A few of the stewards have had to make their way across and deal with it. And it'll be a free kick to Burnley. Brian Jensen with it. Left-footed, launched down the middle, looking for Graham Branch. Flicked on. Ian Moore will try and turn it. I thought he's been held there maybe by McCarthy. The referee didn't see anything wrong. Here's Oster, good skill, looking for Duff. Can Duff get a ball in here late on? Swings in the lovely one. It's a chance at the far post. Branch heads it down and over. Oh, the idea was right. He kicks the post. It's his third chance of the game. I suppose he headed it down, but too far down.
Yeah, it just bounced up, and I don't think any of the Burnley bench will have seen that, because they seem to be. I know one fan had an altercation with Steve Cotterill after the Sunderland game. I think he said that he'd signed a hothead in back in Bay, and Cotterill's rather calm response was, "You go and tell him that." But whether it's the same guy, it's not helping matters.
Ian Moore's nearly turned his man there. The ball's ballooned wide on that left-hand side. It'll be a Burnley throw. Good pressure from the Clarets late on here. Taken quickly. Sinclair getting forward, but giving the ball away. I think they took him by surprise. That's a handball from De Vries, and that's in a stupid position because Burnley can just throw this in the Leicester box. What the Dutchman was doing there, Lord only knows. But Burnley have got a free kick here. All the big guns will get forward. Real chance perhaps at the death. There's going to be a problem for Keith Gillespie. He said one or two things too much. Not for the first time in his career, he's got himself a yellow card. McGreal wants to just have a chat here with the referee. McGreal was trying to speak on his behalf, I think.
I think they're just sticking up for the Northern Ireland International.
It's going forward 10 yards, descent. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. I think you might be right there. Does that mean Valois will have a shot and goal? They're quickly trying to place a wall. This is interesting because Leicester weren't alert to it and are trying to get a wall in there. Valois clips one in. Chance for Burnley, but Kaye couldn't connect with the header. Valois going to try and win the next ball, and Leicester will come away with it. And that's the full-time whistle. Last chance fell to Burnley. It's 0-0 here.
Well, it's a game we could have won, maybe. Certainly had chances in the second half.
A couple of chances second half. All-round decent performance, I thought, from the Clarets. Battled hard in defence and looked good going forward. But you say it's a game we could have won, but it's another point towards a magic 50 and another good clean sheet for the Clarets.
Both sides will want the point, won't they? Because they're just looking over the shoulders a little bit anxiously.
Yeah, both looking over the shoulders. I think both themselves and Leicester probably too strong for to be sucked into any relegation dogfight. But like you say, the sooner we're on 50 points, the easier everyone will feel, I think.
Call it quits after 19 minutes at 0-0 on New Year's Day, perhaps.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of policing costs and things like that. But I don't think we'll be arguing over policing costs like some of those other Lancashire, Greater Manchester rivals, whatever you want to call them.
Thanks, Andrew. It's ended 0-0. Chances in the second half then for Graham Branch. Right on the end there, that header headed it down, but over the bar as well. John Oster at the post on 68 minutes. Lovely bit of skill. Turned inside Gillespie, chipped it over Walker and onto the post. And perhaps that was Burnley's best chance.
Leicester battled hard. It's their 9th draw in the league away from home, but it's ended 0-0. Burnley 0, Leicester City 0. We'll see on Saturday for the Rotherham game, but it's 0-0 here. See you soon.